Harpoon.
That's pretty safe. Let's just move those clothes and shit. Welcome.
Hello and welcome. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Well, technically episode 1. The original episode 1 was a pilot. How did you feel about how that came out?
Good.
I think it could be better, 100%.
Yeah, but it's never going to be perfect, is it, when it's like your second one?
So the first time I've ever used the iMovie as well. It was all right. It was decent, but upgraded. New laptop, new software, new everything. Hence the absolutely atrocious webcam. So I'll have to get a new camera as well.
Not a problem.
Well, let's start episode 1 by expressing I got scammed yesterday out of £1,500 by a...
Not great.
No, not good at all through PayPal. That's why I don't use PayPal personally, because I don't like that third-party vibe.
Everyone knows it's a bit sketch.
Yeah. So, yeah, not good. Details are, I was very stupid.
Yeah, run us through it then. What happened? So you were selling your Mac?
I was selling my Mac, 2013 MacBook Air, selling it £400.
What was you selling it on?
Gumtree, just a random selling site. Someone approached, a few people came in for it. It was originally up for $350. People offered $4. But the first person that came in, I actually said to them, I'll allow you to match this offer of £400 because you were the first person.
Oh, no.
And they happened to be a scammer. So I could have sold it to someone else, which is
a chance, isn't it? But
which is devastating. But that could have been the same guy twice. You know what I'm saying? Just the same scam. But so then I've never used PayPal, so I didn't really understand how it works. He said he'd paid for it, and then I got a confirmation email saying that he'd paid £400, and then the next morning he sent me a screenshot, which was obviously photoshopped, of him saying that the money had left his account twice. So obviously looking at the screenshot, looking at the confirmation email, then I had one off PayPal saying that I needed to refund the $400 before they would release my $800 now in escrow. So I was like, okay, I don't really care. Like, what? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sent it, and then PayPal sent me another one saying within 24 hours everything should be okay. Woke up the next morning to another email like 8:30 a.m. saying some bullshit about an account upgrade, and I needed to send more money, and I was just like half asleep, half awake. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna send this dough because I just want all my money from this PayPal account. Then after a couple of hours, I was like, I think I've just been scammed. And I was onto it, rang up my bank, I reported the card information that was given, I reported the phone number, the name, and then rang the Lewisham police because that's where it's getting shipped to. And I've got an open case with them now, and I've got to wait 2 days for my bank to get back to me.
All you can do is got to wait.
Just got to wait out. I think I should get my money back.
Yeah, you should get your money back at least, but
obviously I did ship the Mac in order to, obviously, if I was going through PayPal, I thought everything was fine. So I did get scammed out of a MacBook, but hopefully I'll get my money back, and then it's life. We move on.
It's just these things happen, but I couldn't think of a worse time for it to happen, to be honest. Yeah,
this is a bad time for it to happen, especially with the skeleton staff that we've got because of the Rona, or a fast-growing virus, shall we say.
Yeah.
But that's all I've been getting, like, sorry, this team's not in, sorry, this member of staff's not in. It's like, I know, but there's been fraud on my account, boys, come on.
Might just take longer, but I'd expect you to sort something out anyway.
Hopefully it'll be all sorted soon enough. Not too, it was annoying to say the least when it first happened, but as you said, it's just a waiting game now. I've done everything that I can do from my end, so I've just got to hold out and see what happens, really.
Yeah.
Like I said, unfortunately.
That gets sorted anyway.
Oh, heavy. So that's why there's been a slight delay with episode 1 coming out, a slight episode with this getting recorded a slight delay with this getting recorded because I just,
background problems.
Yeah, I've been dealing with this in my own time.
No, definitely. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Keeping you busy?
Well,
uni work?
Yeah, I've just finished my first exam, and I've got another one in the 29th. What's the date? Oh, I'm 20 years old tomorrow. Just thought I'd throw that into the podcast. 20 tomorrow.
What was I going to say?
Leave a happy birthday below.
Have your uni said anything about your grades this year or anything?
Yeah, we got an email about 3 weeks ago saying anything up until when we broke up, which was the 17th of March, anything up to there counts as normal. And then anything after that can bring our grade up, but can't bring our grade down. So as long as
ours is like that, just everything.
How is it? Yeah.
Because our stuff has been like, it's like group work, do you know what I mean? And so we've been doing it the whole year, do you know what I mean? Like we had weekly meetings or whatever that you got graded on. So I suppose the stuff last semester, that will probably be like yours, where that's just going to be marked early or whatever.
Normal, yeah.
But with the stuff that needs to be handed in post, shut down in a way.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? No detriment or something?
Yeah.
Detriment marking or something. You can't get lower than your...
It can go up, but it can't go down. And my average at the moment is a 69. So I'm literally 1 mark off an average in the first. So I need to...
See, is yours average?
Yeah, we go off. So we've got five different modules, haven't we? So because I do finance, we've got like 3.
How's the averages work then? Because we don't have averages.
So every assignment, you just add them all up and then divide it by the amount of modules. So you add all your modules up, divide by 6. And at the moment, I'm on a 69 overall averaging. I've got a 68 on my assignment that I've just got back, but that can't go down. That can't bring my average down. So my average is still a 69. And then,
I'm sure ours is you can't get lower than you did last year.
What do you mean?
I've not even got my phone to have a look, but I'm sure that's what ours is going off. I'll try and get on some.
Yeah. I was just
trying to find out what me course mates have said, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. I never really pay much attention with these things anyway, but
I know. I just do the work, hand it in.
See, but I've got a referral, which I have to do at uni.
What do you mean?
That can't be done online.
Oh, yeah, that's heavy.
So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But fingers crossed.
I'll just wipe it.
Because of this, you might just be like, we'll just give you a pass or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they will, 100%. And it will only be a pass, but it won't be of any form of detriment to your grade. So
I know, because if you're doing referral, I don't know how this works in all of the unis, but in our uni, you can only get 40% anyway in your referral. So say like I went in and banged it and got 100%, and still only get 40%. Yeah. So it would make sense for them to just be like,
just get 40.
we'll just give them a pass, because there's no way, because I don't even know when we're going to be back in uni next year.
I know, yeah, like it's still up in the air whether we'll even start.
And they can't let me go through to next year when I've not technically completed last year. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to email lectures and all that sort of stuff, but I'm on this group chat now. I'm trying to find out.
Ours is pretty easy. As I said, we've just got an average from our other like first half of the year. Basically, we've done 1 assignment for every module. Oh shit! Pretty much. And then we've got an average grade from that, and then the other half of the modules can't be affected.
Oh no, it says we won't get any lower than our grade last semester.
Yeah, so like from the first half of the year, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's sort of like yours. Classed out.
It's nice, isn't it? Because
time they did something, do you know what I mean? Because everyone has been panicking about uni.
I smashed the first half of the year as well, obviously averaging a 69, 1 mark off a 70, so it's not too bad for me. All I have to do is literally get a 71 in one of these last 4 assignments, and then I get my first for this year. So pretty easy.
Wish I was that on the ball show and ball this year. That's the 2 type of uni students, though, isn't it, really?
To be honest, I was that. I mean, in my first year, I did fuck all. Sorry, I'm eating pancakes.
Fine. I don't know. It's just easy to not do a lot of work.
Yeah, it's easy.
Because it is so like...
it's just up to you, isn't it? It's like
it's like, well, we're not going to force you to do it, but do you know what I mean? If shit's the fan, it's your fault. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sort of like all the blame's on you, so all the
responsibility you got to, which is good because
I would hate to go to uni and get told like if I don't turn up, like I'm going to get like a detention. I'll be like, I'm leaving uni.
Oh yeah, I'd have had many detentions by now.
You like the notes and be like, I don't even need to go to this.
No. My predicament was like first semester, I was in at like 1, 2. But didn't finish till like 6, 7. Do you know what I mean?
That's worse. I would rather be up early, me. Just get done.
And I just wouldn't get up till like 12:30, 1. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's not good having your sleeping schedule like that, is it? Especially not in the winter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you want to be staying
in first semester. That's when it's just dark as soon as you get back from uni. Do you know what I mean? You've had like 2 hours. You've had an hour's sunlight.
It's the first time you've moved out of home. You're just like, you're just bored all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel that 100%.
See what's been going on in the news.
Yeah, what has been going on since we
see what Roy Keane was saying about the players that having to get wage cuts, saying that he wouldn't take a wage cut.
Yeah, Ozil said no to a wage cut, isn't he? Arsenal.
I think Ozil is already donating like most of his wage anyway.
All right, fair dues.
Somewhere else, and that's what Roy Keane said. Like some of these clubs, like he understands like bottom half of the league or whatever, but the big clubs,
they're not exactly the most.
The big clubs with billionaire owners, why are they asking? He said a contract is only business between the player and the club. If the player wants to go and be generous outside that contract,
then that's his choice.
Then they can go and do that. Because you were saying when Blackburn bid for him when he was at Man United, and he was speaking to Man United and he said we can't afford to match the wage.
And he was like,
or whatever, and like cash flow bums and all this, yada yada yada. So he said, "You're going to be hearing like that now, but you've heard it all before." Do you know what I mean? And he says, when the shoe's on the other foot, the clubs are the first ones to be like, "Oh, it's a business. Like we're going to have to let you go." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So why now? There's just this.
Because they have all the leverage, all of the power. Because they everything is. They have the choice to do whatever they want, and the players have to, like, sort of, they're on like the back burner. They're sort of, they have to react to what the club says. They can't make a choice first, and then the club has to react to them.
What do you think? Do you think it should be mandatory?
I don't think it should be mandatory, but at the same time, if you're coming from a moral standpoint, not a business standpoint, then players should definitely give away a percentage of their money to help out, because type of argument they don't, because they're not spending any money, they're not doing anything.
Then you say that, but then there's like, who's his name at Arsenal that's on like lowest in the Premier League or something, lowest wage in the Premier League? He's like holding out. He's got on his contract. That's why he's on such like a low wage, but he's actually sick. I forget his name. Is it Saka or something?
Saka, yeah. Saka or something. Yeah.
So he's even giving away 20% of his wage. Do you know what I mean?
There was someone from like a lower league team who was on like 800 quid or something, and he's like giving away like £300.
I was in Spa yesterday, and there was a paramedic in the queue behind me, and some fella behind me paid for a shopping. Which is quite good. No, yeah. You know, you don't see that all the time, do you?
No, you don't. As we said in the first one, I think this has brought everyone just together. We're just all more one.
When would you ever get everyone clapping outside the house at 8 o'clock on a Thursday?
Nothing could ever anything for anyone ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most selfish country ever.
Exactly.
Me included, usually.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. You just got caught in this nap, didn't we? That was life. It's just going to be like this till
we go.
Die.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone's suddenly been brought to the realization.
It is hard to.
There's a bigger picture to this.
It's hard to like understand that this is such a big thing. Do you know what I mean?
what I was thinking the other day is, you don't realise how much you only live in your little local world.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Because when things start to resume, like in the UK, we'll be like, oh, the world's back to normal again. But there'll be other countries that are still on lockdown that we've just completely forgot about.
What's your thoughts on America's situation?
It's just America, innit? They always fuck everything.
Did you hear what Trump was saying the other day?
No.
That people should like inject disinfectant and stuff and bleach. I'm not even messing.
What is wrong with this guy?
I saw this and I was like, nah, that can't be real. But it's actually real.
He just makes stuff up on like.
And they've had to put out like, don't do that. But there's people in hospitals and everything now.
Yeah, because they've just put bleach in the fucking bloodstream.
I know. But how can he say that?
Mate,
I thought that they just have people telling them what to say, sort of thing. Because this is why, because he doesn't have a clue. And even if he didn't have a clue, fair enough, because that's not what he's there for. Do you know what I mean?
But he's there to lead.
These people advising on him. So how has that happened that he can say that? Let's be the president of the United States is probably the biggest world leader in the world.
Said inject bleach. What an idiot! What an.
But that just adds to the. Do you know what I mean? There's already a lot of Trump.
Mate, he called it the China virus. He was going it.
No.
He was calling it the China virus, and then like, so why are you calling it the China virus? He was like, because it comes from China. He's fucking atrocious. I mean, he's a funny guy. Like, he has fucking bants. As far as like a US president goes.
I think that's a huge own goal, though. I just can't believe he got away with saying it. Like, as in, like, how does he get to that point where he's telling people what to do?
How is it?
Like, just say, like, no one's expecting you to actually know what to do.
Just give like a motivational leadership.
Exactly.
Just like fucking man like Boris Johnson does. All he does is give saying, we can do it. Just make sure you stay inside, and just like says the normal things.
They're not saying like trying to treat it yourself or anything like this. There's no need to.
No, because there is no need to. Just stay clean, stay safe, stay at home. 3 things, easy peasy.
No.
But I mean, that just shows like the difference between like our UK public and then the.
I know.
All right. See you later.
It's not an episode about one of them dropping off.
No, it can't be. Every single episode, there must be a panel that falls off.
Yeah, did you see those women in the park with the kids and stuff?
I've seen loads of people just walking up and saying hi to their friends.
No, I mean, like in America, where it's the women in the park, and like the park's closed down, so the park police come and they're like, the park's closed down. Like, can you leave? And they're like, oh, why? Like, jump off or kicking off or whatever.
Yeah.
Like social justice warrior type people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, every single person is like that.
And then she's like, why is the park closed? Why is the park closed? And it's like, it's just to protect you or whatever. And she was like, what? To protect us from like vitamin D or something. Do you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, because you're so dim that you just can't grasp like the severity of the situation. It's not because like we could go to the park now and that wouldn't affect anyone apart from us. But it's if you say, all right, the park's now open, everybody will go to the park, and that's the problem.
Yeah. That is the issue. It's not.
So that's why I'm asking people to not be selfish and just stay inside for this couple of weeks.
And they won't be sound, yeah. It's like just take one for the team, innit? It's like everyone just take one for the team, we're all just chill inside for a bit.
Yeah.
And then in a couple of months we'll all be sound. Or we can just go outside and then completely fuck it for ourselves.
Exactly.
But Americans don't fucking listen anyway.
No.
They do not listen.
I don't know, I expected them to be onto it anyway. But
I just don't get it though, because there's so many super intelligent people in America. And then there's so many idiots.
It's that big, innit?
No, that's what I mean. Like the top 1% of thinkers in the world can be from there, but then also the bottom 1% of thinkers in the world.
I know.
Like all them quiz shows where like you see someone out in public being like, "Where is this on a map?" and they say like Spain, and then like,
oh, I know, yeah,
like fucking like
I know
Afghanistan and that. You're like, bro, and like Europe's just a whole.
Yeah, that's one thing I was about to say. I hate that about America.
England equals London. That's it.
I hate that.
Because they've just got no.
That's one of my pet hates. That is how they always say, like, "Oh,
I'm going."
You. Oh yeah. It's just
What Europe, boys? Where you going? Stoke-on-Trent or Paris?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone over in Europe and in England has a full understanding of the 50 states and where they are. Really, from heads that I've met, I could say name 10 states and they'd probably give it a good go. I could say name 5 to 6 countries in Europe to a US citizen and they'd be like, fucking Europe? Is that one? Is that country? Like, what?
I know. It's annoying, but...
Any more news on sports?
Americans.
I know that the F1, the French Grand Prix has been cancelled and they're working on hopefully getting about 12 races done this season with like no fans, just like strictly just obviously the teams and stuff like that. But
I think Premier League is going to be the same. I think they're having a meeting this week.
Yeah. F1's not too much different without fans because the cars are so loud and it's so much focused on just the drivers and the teams that the fans are good for all the drivers, but in terms of like the casual viewer, the fans don't make too much of a difference. Obviously, it's nice to see the flares and stuff and like the Max Verstappen stand. But
I think it's okay for sports that aren't so fan based because I think golf's coming back soon.
Yeah, exactly. Like if golf with no fans, you can still watch it with the same entertainment.
Exactly.
But, it'll be worse for the players who don't get a bit of that hype. But I
think what else is coming back?
I think they'd rather play than just sit at home.
Horse racing's coming back.
See, horse racing is a bit fan driven. Like, who's going to cheer a horse if it comes first? But well done, mate. You won the race.
No, but it's not about that. It's like people own horses now
that
are just stuck in training.
Oh, yeah, I suppose
they can't
race. Get out and run, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep them fit, healthy, keep them in that great shape.
And like with the breeding industry and stuff, like all these new horses that haven't raced yet. There's so many big races for them when they're 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
But like, we've already missed that. Normally it's like start of May. That's when it starts, like for real. And it's not going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying now because they need because
so even if no one's there, even if no one's there, it won't really matter. Do you know what I mean?
It's just more to make sure the horses don't get like out of shape and to make sure they're always breeding the new and always training the best horses. Yeah, I'm on to it. Yeah, that does make sense.
So I think there'll be some stuff. There's plenty of darts on now still.
Yeah, darts.
People are doing darts at home where they have like a good camera in there, it's like set up on the board, and then there's someone scoring for them in the middle, and you just live stream it on YouTube, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So I've been watching that quite a lot, but I don't know a lot about other sports.
Yeah, I don't know too much about other sports, but as I said, F1's the main sport outside of football that I know about.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of uproar because there was a new set of regulations coming in next season, which obviously now there's been this season, so there's sort of like, what do we do here? Because we can't just move on to the next set of cars, and we've not really finished this. So there's a lot of uproar, like with loads of budget caps coming in and things happening. Like, is it going to get postponed? Like all the new updates for a year after? It's all up in the air. Like,
that's the thing. There's a lot that goes into them that you perhaps didn't take into consideration, did you?
No.
Like the daily logistics of these.
Yeah, like we think about
sports.
Like the bigger picture of like, go ahead, just play a game. But like, where is the starting block for where we choose how we play the whole thing? You can't just throw a race on or throw a game on. You don't realise how many thousands of people are actually involved in getting this.
Exactly, yeah.
To what it needs to be. Oh, we hired a bouncy castle the other day because we got that board. We literally bought one for our back garden.
Is it good?
It was quite funny because we're playing footy. So so we just get someone on it like in net and then like the back of it in the bowl. We just fucking volleyball.
That's pretty good.
So
I know, yeah. That's the one good thing I think, that the weather's been so nice.
Yeah, that has been a saviour. If it had been raining, I don't think.
If this was in winter,
killer.
Exactly.
At least you can go out in your garden, go and have a sunbathe. Like the kids are all
people exercising as well, isn't there? So
everyone's getting super healthy.
Exactly, yeah.
I thought everyone would just be chilling on Netflix, but I feel like everyone's taking like the opposite approach. Like, nah, let's not.
I think because you can only watch Netflix for so long, can't you?
Because we've been inside for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks now.
Exactly.
I think probably the first 2 people were just like, yeah, I'll just chill in. And then after that, they were like, my mind is going insane.
It's good to get in a routine. Like, That's what can get you through this quick enough, I think.
Yeah, like I wake up and I do the same things. I try and go on a run, or I'll go and get some food for the next week, or I'll work on this podcast, or I'll work on my uni, but I will make sure that from like when I wake up till about 3-4 p.m, I'm like working on something that I think is going to improve me.
No.
And then after that, cheeky plays.
Just keeping busy, innit?
Yeah, it's all about keeping busy. I'm going to bring it up. You heard anything more from PD Law on Julie Doyle?
What do you mean? What about?
About the legal regal.
I think it's just slowing right down, to be honest, at the moment, because there's nothing really going through. I think most things are really just going to a halt at this point, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And I don't know how long it's going to take for everything to just like get back going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they were on about. Well, they were having talks about ending the lockdown, but I think that's been stopped now.
Yeah,
I think Boris came out the other day and said,
because I was watching a podcast yesterday with Papa John on, and he said it's the lowest price cheese at the moment ever, because all these restaurants are shut, and all these cheese farmers have got all this cheese
and nowhere to give it,
nowhere for it to go, because it goes off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
so it's like $1 a pound, and it's usually like £2.50 a pound.
Jesus, yeah. Have you heard about?
So he said now. So he said now is the best time to like
open up a fucking cheese business,
pizza sort of place. You know what I mean? Because he said 60% of a pizza price is the cheese.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you can literally lower your like fixed cost. Well,
But he said at the end of this, it's going to go up to like £3.50.
But that's because there'll be so much excess a supply, because they've had so much they can't get rid of, and then now everyone wants it. They can just up the price. That's how
exactly. That's what he said. So he said they can only make profit when it's only like £2.50 or something. Like franchisees can only make profit when it's at them prices. So I don't know what's going to happen, but.
It's the same with, as I said, oil prices. If you didn't know, when underneath zero, underneath zero for the
how
first
is that?
time.
I know how.
So how it works is like, basically, obviously to make and store oil is so expensive. So all these companies are storing their oil, and then they need somewhere to send the excess. And because of the cost of storage, it costs them more money to actually store it than it does to pay someone to take it away from them. Does that make sense? So on like a normal case, they would sell off their excess product because it's worth value. People are willing to pay to store it because it's worth so much. At the moment, because no one's using it, they can't even give it away.
Yeah.
So they're literally having to pay people to take it away from them because they're storing it, and they've got so much that they've not sold. They can't. There's nowhere to put it. They'd have to get new warehouses, which are millions. So they're literally paying people like $3 to $4 a barrel to take it off them. So they're losing.
Wow.
Money. So, I mean, now is a good time to be getting invested in oil. Obviously, you can't just go and buy fucking 500 barrels of crude oil and put it in your garden.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But obviously the price will be going down slightly. And in terms of investment in like the oil commodity, it's so low at the moment, and it can only go back up, it has to start again soon, and people are going to start using fuel soon. Oh, you're getting a call? In the game, Sam got a phone call.
In the game.
So,
those things happen.
It does. I'm just trying to upload the first one now as well. So
that's good. Good news.
Oh, wow.
What's happened with esports then? Because I'm sure. What's happened with the franchising thing? My brother told me about the other day. Yeah, what's happened there? You'll know more than me, obviously. I think.
It's just moved towards like actual real sport. You know how it's like, like the Dallas Empire for now is the Chicago Huntsman, LA Optic, but obviously that's not the same Optic anymore. But yeah, everything's moved around. It's like 25 million per spot now. So you got to pay 25 mil to enter the league. Every player's on a minimum salary of 50K. Like you can't be
that's good that though, because it needed that regulation, didn't it?
Yeah, because like heads
joining teams was just ripping people off.
Yeah, heads were like joining teams, getting like sort of promised like 6K a month,
Yeah.
Working like 3 months, winning 3 tournaments, and then just getting dipped out because like the team had no formal legal contract to say they had to pay that amount. And it was happening all over the gaff because it was obviously there's big money in esports, but big money to get into it. But yeah, so a lot of
it's definitely better for the best, probably to get, and especially to get considered as like an actual sport. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just more mainstream.
To get taken seriously, like these things need to happen.
Thought of as something that's really like you could like be born and be like, I want to go pro in gaming. I think that's more of an option now, especially with the COD League.
It's like the first UFC. Have you ever watched the first UFC?
Trash, bro. Trash.
Where they've just got like
the worst, like Joe Rogan when he's like 12.
No, they've got like the first ever one. They have like like vastly different people against each other.
Like there was no formal weight class and shit, just like heads just
it was like a sumo wrestler against like some like martial artist that could just choke him out. Do you know what I mean? That was like the whole thing of it. Do you know what I mean? Everything's got to change, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? To get to a
now it's like super legit, like loads of governing bodies, and that's why it's worth 4.2 billion.
Exactly. Whereas no one wanted it after that.
No, 100%. It's just too much could go wrong, and it was just PR, like a PR nightmare.
Definitely.
And then they got obviously Joe Rogan in. Hey, I have that exact map, Doyle. I've just looked at your screen there.
I know, yeah, most people do probably.
Got that exact same map.
I know.
I'm on 17 countries that I've been to. How many are you on though?
I've got a lot of Europe covered.
Yeah, and there's like the little zoomed in bit in the bottom left of all the small like to make the European countries bigger. Have you got that on yours?
Where?
So in the bottom left on mine, there's like a small map of its own, and it's like zoomed into Europe, because it's so tight in there with all the countries. It's like zoomed in, so like you can more like accurately scratch off all the specific countries within Europe.
Oh no, mine's sort of like you can actually scratch off the individual countries. To be fair, it's funny. You think you've been everywhere, don't you? You think you've been,
until like you look at the size of Russia,
and you go, wow.
And then you've been nowhere, I know. But it's just heavy because America's in all 50 states, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
So you're like, I've been to
just bop the whole thing off. But it's good. It's good that you can follow it that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've only been to 2 states. I want to make that
New York, Texas, and Florida. Mate.
Mine's going to be 5 states by the end of this year. I've been to New York once, I've been to Washington once, went to Seattle. And then this year,
go away from the grain and go to these sort of places that no one usually goes anyway.
Yeah, I enjoy it. That's why I went to Washington. Obviously, I have a friend over who goes to my university, who lives over in Seattle, so that's why we went. But yeah, it was class because I've never heard of anyone saying, yeah, I'm going for 3 weeks to Seattle. Yeah. It was a super cool experience. But this year I'm going back to Seattle, but we're doing going down to LA for the weekend. So just going to get a flight down. It's like $100.
Lit.
Just get bring hand up.
That's another thing. Like the flights are mad because we flew to Chicago. Mm-hmm. I had to change at Chicago to go to Houston, but it was like the size of the plane going to Houston, which is ridiculous.
What, just a tiny little motherfucker?
Yeah, tiny.
It's mad, isn't it? It's just like
people were acting like weird on it, like as if like it was just a normal thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, as if they were getting the train somewhere for a night out. Do you know what I mean? People were acting that way.
Mm-hmm. No one's asked. It's like that's like because it's so big. That's just a common form of transport.
Yeah, exactly. On a plane. People do that every day for the job. They have to go and get on a plane. So that's just
scenes, isn't it? It's like, I have a meeting in fucking Illinois today, and I'm flying from Ohio to Illinois, and then I've got to get a connecting flight to Boston for like a meeting in 2 days. Like, what is wrong with these people, man? Such a crazy life. But yeah, as I said, so I'm going back to New York as well this year. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I was supposed to go
love New York
at the end of March, but obviously this happened.
Yeah.
Devastating, but just got to
New York, you do not want to be there now.
Oh, fuck that.
The worst place in America, like.
Yeah, 100. It's because it's so densely populated.
Yeah, I know. That might sort of be a benefit to this as well. It might sort of stop that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? where you're like cramming people into like smaller places.
Yeah, because they'll be like, well, now it's a risk if something else comes out. Like, we need to keep like a minimum squares.
The one thing I don't get about New York is how do people actually afford to live there?
Bro, it's so expensive.
Like, I know. But how do people actually afford to live there?
I know, like a fucking 1-bedroom studio, like on the outskirts of Queens, is like
exactly
6 million.
Exactly.
What the fuck? I've looked, and if you want to live on like they are nice inside. They get the whole like fucking feng shui and that, but still, it's like over $1 million for just a normal like 1-bed townhouse.
Oh.
What the fuck? I'd say it's nearly double London.
Yeah, it must be.
Obviously, I know that London's got its Oxford, it's Chelsea,
but still.
But even then, bro, New York is unbelievable.
New York's New York, isn't it? So
New York.
I mean, if I had the money, I'd pay to live in New York, whereas I wouldn't ever pay that much to live in London.
I definitely.
I'm not a big fan of London, to be honest.
I know. I fully understand that. I think London is it's just not entertaining. But I also think if you're from New York, you're probably more likely to be like, oh, I would love to live in London.
Yeah, definitely. But
because it's just like a different culture.
When I go to London,
people.
I enjoy it, but I don't know what it is.
I don't really enjoy it. I've been and I've done the touristy things, and if you ever have to go back and not do that, like you're actually going to do something in London, it's an absolute nightmare.
I know.
Too many people. Just
like you've got to get the tube everywhere and stuff like that.
In all fairness, the tube is actually pretty lit.
It's lit, but it's also not. Like if you're not used to it every day,
then it's fucking hard.
Yeah, then you're like, oh.
Like, why have I ended up over here? I'm like 40 minutes away from my destination.
But that's London, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere, then where would you live?
If I could live anywhere in the world, LA, baby, Calabasas.
LA?
Yeah, out there in the hills with fucking Drizzy Drake.
That's the thing, though. Like New York's so good because you can just literally walk to somewhere
anytime.
I think that's the thing about New York is that you can get the subway. Do you know what I mean? Like you can just go the whole of New York.
Yeah, but sleeping in New York you want is a nightmare because it's 4 a.m. and it's like lights, sirens. I'm like
city that never sleeps.
Shut up! I'm trying to go to bed, and you've got to sleep with the window open if it's warm because obviously the buildings absorb the heat in the day and then let it out at night, so you're just sweating your tits off.
When did you go to? What time of the year did you go to?
We went while it was quite cold. We went.
Oh no, I think it's just cold constantly.
Nah, it's not cold. Like it gets.
No, like yeah, but like you're constantly in the shadows, and there's constantly that massive breeze off the river that it's just freezing.
It is pretty chilly.
There'll be places like. Bet your Central Park in the summer, it's going to be hot. Do you know what I mean?
I bet it's nice there.
But if you're walking around the streets in summer, I don't think I wouldn't want to walk around in just a t-shirt.
No, when I went, I was
because we went like April when I went, and I was freezing. On that open top bus, I was colder than like I've been anywhere ever. Do you know what I mean? Special place though. Yeah,
it's just one of them things that like you can't comprehend how amazing it makes you feel.
You'll get there and you won't stop looking up. Do you know what I mean?
That is.
You think, yeah, but no, but you will because
it's only some big buildings and some bright lights.
There's big buildings anywhere in England, but there's not big buildings everywhere you look.
No, there isn't big buildings for like fucking 40 square miles.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I had quite a bad luck story when I went to New York as well, to be honest.
What is this, where you shit yourself in Grand Central Station?
It's got something to do with that, yeah. So everyone knows about New York hot dog sellers.
Yeah.
People
have been to New York.
Part of the identity of New York.
The bagels and the hot dogs.
So obviously, you go there, you're going to try one, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom. Food poisoning.
The shits.
Won't anything that goes down me. To be fair, no, I didn't even have the shits. It was anything that I was in a hotel room and anything that had like I'd drink a glass of water, and half an hour later, I'd just throw up water.
Oh, that's horrible, bro.
So it's like one of them.
Like still cold and that as well.
And you're just getting weaker and weaker because you're just throwing everything up.
Sounds like you had corona, bro.
No, but I missed Central Park. That was the only day. That was a day I missed.
So you've never actually been to Central Park?
No.
That's heavy.
I know. So then, obviously, you don't want to miss 2 days, do you? Do you know what I mean?
Like you force yourself out, don't you? Like,
so I forced myself out.
I'm in New York.
I felt groggy. And we went to this deli for like breakfast or whatever. That was fine. Didn't really eat much, but I still felt a bit groggy. And then we went to Grand Central Station. Trying to think of the company that makes cupcakes that are like, unbelievable. I'll try and Google it.
Is it in the station? Because it's like that little market bit, isn't there? Like on like
they've got like loads across New York.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know that.
Yeah, bakery.
What?
Magnolia Bakery.
I've not seen one, but sounds lit though.
And honestly, I was eating this gorgeous red velvet cupcake, and then when you get that, like, obviously if I'm still ill, I'm having some risky farts as it is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I saw. It's like that gurgling, and you're like, oh, I could squeeze this out, and then it gets warmer when you do it.
It's like a warm one. Like,
yeah. I'm onto it.
And like, even if you catch a whiff of it, you're like, oof.
Yeah, rude, mate.
I'm in trouble.
They're like the ones you're sort of proud of at the same
I just took a chance on one when I probably shouldn't have. And to make matter, it gets funnier from there to me. So I'm in New York thinking, just shit myself in New York. And then we're like obviously miles away from the hotel, do you know what I mean?
In the most single-handedly populated station in the world.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to fill the toilet and try and clean up whatever best I can. So I go to the toilet, and it's me and this like Spanish. No, I didn't tell him at this point.
So you just snuck off, like dipped into the toilet.
Yeah. Go to the toilet. And then there's me and this like Spanish kid waiting for the cubicle, and the door's not really like locked closed.
Mm-hmm. So you're like,
we can't tell whether someone's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So this Spanish lad like pushes open the door slightly, and then there's some like old fella with his ass facing the door, just wiping his ass, man. I'm like, that's not what I need when I've got pants full of shit. Do you know what I mean? So then after I just bin me boxes,
that is
walking around commando. Then I had to go Times Square when American Eagle got some boxes. Just had to make do for the rest of the day, I think.
That's so heavy, bro. That's such a heavy day. Imagine being in New York and just all day just thinking, I so fucked it today.
No.
That's cool.
But it's nothing you can do because, if I had the choice, I would have stayed in the hotel, but you're not going to do that, are you?
I know, like, you're not going to. I mean...
it's quite a funny story anyway to tell, do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean, and even though that did occur, you still got to see Grand Central Station.
Yeah, exactly.
You still got to have that full day out, whether you're uncomfortable or had shit in your undies, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly, yeah.
How many times you're going to get to go back and do that, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it, like, haven't you?
That's just why I really wanted to go back, because obviously Asia's not been, and it's just one of the... I can't even put it into words.
No, you can't.
This podcast,
that was the first place, maybe the only place that when I was like on the plane home, like I was close to tears. Like, wow, I'm gonna like, how are we leaving this place? Do you know what I mean? Like,
why are we leaving? Why is this an option?
I've never felt like that before, but that was the only place that I was like, go.
You froze.
Gutted. I was going on.
Yeah, I think
I've going on, do you know what I mean?
I've been like that in two. One was New York and one was Seattle, mainly because I was there for 3 weeks with my three really good friends, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like drinking, smoking, partying with like all of the colleges. Yeah. It was just crazy. It was just like a crazy few weeks that was great. But obviously we're going to be doing that pretty much every year now until we get too old to be doing it. So that's not too much that I miss, but New York and Amsterdam are them two places.
I've not been yet.
Oh, mate. Again, like when you're on the plane home, you'll be like, why have I got to leave this place? why is this a place that I can't live forever? I went with Deck, Will, and Bates, and oh my day,
that was a laugh. Yeah,
it was just unreal. We just had so much fun, like tears, like crying, laughing, like 4 days straight, walking around. Your
That's
legs
what you need
so
sometimes
tired.
as well, just like to be with your mates like that. Sometimes just like have that laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Like, obviously we did like the Heineken experience and we did like a few other things, but we didn't do anything amazing. We just walked around and just it was just fucking hilarious. We were just in tears laughing, especially with all, like the naked ladies, in the window.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit is funny, man. It is hilarious.
I know.
Because obviously some are like worldies, but other ones you're just like, oh my God. And then like tap on the window and like, hello, mommy, and like open the door and that. Fucking funny. But yeah.
Nightmare.
I think if I had to vote, I would say New York is probably the most special place on the planet. Oh, actually, Dubai.
Well, no. What I said though was where would you live? So
yeah, I would live in LA.
See, because LA's great until you have to go somewhere,
and then you got to wait 6 days in traffic.
Exactly.
Hey, isn't it crazy how we know so much about like the cultures in these places, even though we've never lived there, we never worked there, but we know LA's a nightmare for traffic. We know that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we know it's expensive to live. We know everything costs a lot. We know it's bad.
I probably know more about LA than London, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not I would agree with that.
Do you know what I mean?
I would definitely agree with that statement.
It just seems like the epicenter of like
of everything.
Yeah, I know.
LA is literally the epicenter.
I think I'd live in LA.
Just because, like, if you could get enough money to get a place near, like, Santa Monica Pier, bro, imagine the scenes. Every day, just wake up, you just be, like, vlogging and shit, just going there. Yeah. And it's just, like, fucking GTA, the same as GTA.
Exactly.
So I know where I'm going.
Takes even longer to get to places.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, and again, another place that's unbelievable is Dubai.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy mix of you're on the beach, super nice beaches, like warm water, and then like you look left, and then behind the beach is a series of skyscrapers that are unbelievably massive, followed by the Burj Khalifa. It's like, oh my God.
The Burj is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like my neck, I was like up at the top.
You can't even look up that high, can you?
No, like my neck was.
You're at the bottom, and you can't see the top because you can't angle your head that much.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was actually like cranking myself. I had to lie on the floor and face up to see it.
Yeah, I know. It's so clean as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can see the sunset twice. So you go up to like the 118th floor.
Oh yeah.
And then like you see the sunset, and then you go up to the 124th, and then you can watch it again.
Oh, that's mad.
That's unbelievable. That because it's so high, you can.
I don't know. Tom Cruise did that stunt or whatever he did on Burj. Where he was like Jumbo with like the glass suckers.
I would not be fucking about with that building.
No, me neither. It's large.
Yeah, far too big. Like Empire State's big.
I know.
That is big.
But that's the thing. I was more scared on the Empire State.
Yeah.
Like when I was at the top of the Empire State, I was literally like scared. I don't know why. I think because I just knew like. And like I had a BlackBerry at the time, so I was like, I remember once they have the rails or whatever. I stuck my hand out to like take a picture like down.
The whole knees go like,
and like you're wobbling. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I did that. I have a video.
I think it's just because it's open, and although like your mind's telling you like, yeah, you're safe. Like
it's not though. With the
body's telling you like, oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. I had a little vid where I like snuck my phone over the edge of my hand. Was literally as I was trying to move my phone.
Literally, like I was just, I don't know why. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know when you went? Was the One World Trade Center built, or is that not built yet?
It was
getting built.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I went and it
nearly finished when I went.
I went and it was fully up and running, and it's from the Empire State. You like it looks even bigger. You're like, oh my God, I'm on a big ass building right now. That motherfucker's huge.
I know. Oh, New York is slick though.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it because I should have already been this year and it got postponed. Motherfuckers.
I even want to change the decision from LA to New York though. But we'll ride with it.
The only reason I'm not is because New York's brilliant, but there's no beach, there's no of that vibe. Like you can get both of like the city vibe and the beach vibe.
Yeah. I know, and it's just constantly nice. Do you know what I mean?
And weed's not legal in New York. It is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Facts.
I know.
But yeah, I just think. Yeah, I also booked a New York Knicks game as well for when I went to New York. I booked a Knicks game.
That's sick.
And then it obviously got postponed. I literally booked a ticket, and then one day after, the whole NBA got postponed. It was in the build up of
like players had it and that though, didn't they? So
yeah, that it was like Rudy Gobert got it. I booked a ticket on like the same day, and then like the next day it got cancelled. I was like, fuck.
Nothing you can do about that though.
And it hasn't even been fully cancelled. It's been postponed, so we can't even get our money back because it's not been cancelled.
Really?
Yeah. So like what?
That's a bit sweaty. That
$65 just fucking disappeared. Great, nice one. I think when it comes back on as being like available, we can resell the ticket on Ticketmaster.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, we should be all right. Oh, and
a lot of uncertain things though, uncertain times, isn't it?
Yeah, the most in our history. Hence our second financial crash in our lifetimes. Like we've been alive 2 fucking decades. Come on, guys. No, it's not. It's just not fair.
It's mad, isn't it?
But at the same time, it's the perfect opportunity now to build and find some loopholes in this new fucked up economy we have.
Yeah, no. Just a weird time in general.
I just made them words up, by the way.
Glad we're starting this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Getting the ball rolling.
Yeah, the ball is well and truly rolling.
It is well and truly rolling now, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on our time, but I think we should wrap up anyway.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's getting a bit, I can't think of it to like juice up the convo, do you know what I mean?
So thank you for tuning into episode 2.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
And yeah, we should get back in contact very soon. Hopefully I get my money and my Mac back, and then we can
best of luck.
We can move forward. Yeah, thanks for joining us on episode 2 of Idiots with Microphones, and we'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, see you in the next episode.